Hello and welcome. I have a message today for a select group of people. This is not for everybody. This is for the old soul who's been awakening for a number of years now, who knows they are meant to be the new paradigm leaders. They are meant to have wealth, abundance, all the things. 2026 is really very different than any other year we've had so far. I think it's really important to acknowledge that a lot of the strategies that we have used in the past aren't working anymore. Even the strategies you've used in your ascension, in your spiritual awakening, perhaps ways that you have up-leveled your life in some way, they're not working anymore. 2026 is very, very different. And it's not that they don't work anymore, but they may not be working for you personally. So if you've been in this game for a while now, you've been ascending and you've been doing all the things for a while, it's like you're moving into the next grade. You're moving into the next level. That's really a message that's been coming in very, very clear lately, is that we're moving to the next level. And this is not something that we know about. Like, this is very, very new. And so if you are stuck right now and you feel like, you're trying all the old tried and true strategies, energetic principles, or some things that you've been, really working on that have worked in the past and they're not working anymore, this is why. It's really important to notice this right now because I don't want you staying in the loop, trying old things that did used to work. Those strategies and techniques are going to work for people who are still newer on the path, but you're graduating to the next level. Now, something that really came in strong related to this, I want to share here today, and this is really, really new still. Okay. So it might sound a bit weird. But I felt guided to come on and share this message today. I wasn't going to film today, but somebody needs to hear this. I would also love to hear comments down below or any questions you have about this. If you've been on this road for a while, you've probably done some identity work, right? So it's about like, who would the person be who has what I want or who experiences what I want to experience? And then you look at how do they think? How do they make decisions? How do they act? How do they look? How do they do all these things, right? And that's a really super powerful way to change your reality to quantum leap, right? Like how would I be if I had all this stuff? And to do that right now. And I mean, I know for myself, I've been using this technique for years and I've completely changed my life in big ways, but it's not working like it used to. Now, I don't want to say that it's not working anymore because it still is, but there's a deeper layer to it that's really coming in now energetically, consciously. There's a new awareness around identity that is landing for some of us. Okay. And this is why I said this is not for everybody. So the message that came through is the question, really, the question. So if you're stuck right now and you can't get to the next level, is when are you going to stop relating to the distortion, the lack, the scarcity, the doubt, the all those things? When are you going to stop relating to it? When are you going to stop pretending that's normal? When are you going to stop pretending that's the real thing? When are you going to start actually realizing that your natural state is abundance? Your natural state is wealth. Your natural state is joy, happiness, like all the things that you actually want. When are you going to actually acknowledge that is your natural state? What I'm really being shown right now, it's like for those of us on this path, it's like we're here, but we want to get here. Okay. And there's a person we are over here, and there's a person we are over here. We keep relating to this person and this way of being and this way of doing too much. It's like we have to start to recognize that over here, which feels foreign, is actually our natural state. And I could talk about our soul's evolution. I could go back to talking about Lemuria and Atlantis and all these different things. Whether you relate to that or not, it doesn't really matter, right? But we keep pretending that this weird matrix that we're living in is still the reality, is still normal, is still natural. And this is why we're not getting to the next level. We need to actually, now you need to actually acknowledge your natural state, not something out there, Your natural state, and that's really important, that wording, okay? The natural state of you is wealth, is abundance, is joy, is happiness. It's now time to stop relating to all the other stuff like it's the way it's supposed to be. It's now time to go, my natural state is this billionaire self who's fully abundant, who's fully resourced, who's fully free. It's time to identify in that being your natural state, your natural person. The message that's come through is that the new paradigm leaders, the ones who came to change Earth, you are misidentifying yourself. Okay, just think about, I've never even heard that before. That when I heard that, I'm like, that's just a weird concept. Misidentifying yourself. See, what we've been taught, and this was a stage in the process, is you are here and you now want to become an identity over here. Okay? That's what identity work has been up till now. You're here and the identity you want to be is up here. What is coming through clear now is that you're not even this person. When are you going to start to recognize this is not even you? This is you. This is deep. This is wild. This is so cool. It's like, stop misidentifying yourself. Why do you keep performing lack? Why do you keep pretending you're in lack? Your natural state is joy and abundance and all the things. Now, there was a video that I did quite a while now, and I can link it down below here. When I asked for my purpose a couple years, I was deep into meditation a couple years ago, and I asked what my purpose was. And the answer that I got was very strangely worded at the time, but I knew what it meant. And the answer was to return to the original template. That's what the message was. And I understood what that meant. It's like we're living in this dystopia world, and the original template is a natural state of abundance, joy, and just higher consciousness and all these beautiful things, happiness, love, unconditional love, like authenticity, freedom, all those beautiful things. And so it's now it's like, when are you, and and myself as well, when are we going to start acting and like acknowledging that that is our natural state, not what we're in right now? That is a huge identity shift. This is huge. This is so amazing. This is deep. When are we going to start acting like being in abundance is the normal state? So, in real terms, what this looks like, you wake up in the morning and say you feel lack. Say you look at your progress and you're like, this is not where I want to be. It's like, why are you even relating to that? Like, that's not real. And I get it. It's a bit of a mind fuck, right? It is. But it's like, why do we keep relating to that? Why? Why are we making that real? Why do we keep making that real? Why do we keep pretending we're the person that has lack? Why are we pretending that we are the person that's not abundant? Why are we pretending that we're the person that doesn't have everything that we want already and all the joy? And like, I'm talking like high frequencies here. Why do we keep pretending we're not that? It's our choice to keep pretending that. Because when we start accepting and realizing that we are that person, this is returning to the original template. But the original template is not out there. The version of you that has everything is not out there. It's not about moving towards something. This is what came through, because the identity work that we've been using over the last number of years is kind of like moving towards success, moving towards that successful person. What I'm channeling right now is that this is not about moving towards anything. This is about being that person right now and not even relating to anything that is not that. It's like, if you could imagine, here is the real version of you. Okay, this is the real version of you. All this distortion has been like tacked onto you. It's like why aren't you just chipping it all away? Like, why aren't you just getting rid of all of it? Like, why are you even engaging with it at all? Is it not about thinking about it? It's not about strategizing. How am I going to create this? How am I going to do this? Why are you even relating to it in the first place? As if it's real. So it's just like, this is me now. I am that person now. And this is deep. And this is why I say this isn't for everybody. Because if you haven't done enough work yet, this could sound like, well, you won't get it at all, actually. You would have turned this off by now. If you're still listening, this is you. It's not about another strategy. It's not about doing more. It's about actually re-identifying yourself as that person now. That is your new identity now. You are that super high frequency being that has everything now. Don't even relate to that other thing because that's not real. The other version is not real. Something else that's come in really strong, and this is really around identity, particularly for the old souls who signed up for this new paradigm, right? You may have reached a certain level of success in the old paradigm. Like I know I did, right? Worked in corporate, climbed the corporate ladder, did all the things. There was a point though that I couldn't go along with it anymore. My integrity and my consciousness wouldn't allow me to stay in that environment. Okay. That was my journey. And I clearly came here to do other things, right? And so I chose and I left it, right? And I always thought it was my own choice. Like and it was my choice, right? I had a higher consciousness level and my integrity is really important to me. But what I've actually realized since then is that for the old souls of us who came here to lead in the new paradigm, to create wealth in the new paradigm, we could only ever achieve a certain amount of success in the old paradigm. It was meant to be that way because if you had achieved the vast amount of success, like billions of dollars, you're capable of in the old paradigm, it would have kept you there. You would have kept hustling, grinding, struggling, um, doing all the things to keep the money, the way the old paradigm taught us, right? You would never felt free. So when we signed up to be new paradigm leaders, what we actually signed up is to only achieve a certain amount of success in the old paradigm because we're actually meant to create it in this new paradigm. But this is really important to know. You know you are a limitless being. You know you came here for billions. You know you came here for massive joy, abundance, love, everything. Okay. But think of how high that bar is. Like limitless. There literally is no limit. So something I want to ask you and I want you to think about really carefully is, so then what is success? If you're a limitless being and you know the possibilities are limitless, when are you ever going to feel successful? Ever. You're not. That's the answer. Unless you decide, unless you acknowledge all the success you've achieved so far. This is one of the loops that the old souls, new paradigm leaders are in right now. The loop is because I know I'm capable of so much, limitless. I don't feel successful yet because I'm only down here. But when will you ever feel successful? If abundance and joy and love and opportunities are limitless, w- what point are you going to acknowledge you already are that? You already are successful. You already are those things. This is, again, another layer of this misidentification. Think of it. If you had tiny little goals in life, just tiny little goals, I want to make, say, 6 figures a year in just some crappy little job. Anybody can do that, right? It's not hard to feel successful. If that's your only goal, that's not that hard to do anymore. Grind, suffer, struggle, like self-abandon. The recipe's all there, right? But when you know you're limitless, when are you ever going to feel successful? Unless you declare it right now. You've been misidentifying as an unsuccessful person because the bar you've set for yourself is so high because you know what's possible. And that's a beautiful thing. But where are you deciding you are not successful? Where are you deciding that because you don't have the billions yet, or you don't have the millions yet, or whatever it is for you, you don't have this level that you know you came here for, that you're not successful? Because if you decide to misidentify as an unsuccessful person, that's going to keep all the success away from you. You are misidentifying. And where else are you doing this in your life? If you know that relationships can be truly reciprocal and truly just like unconditionally loving, and you don't necessarily have them all in your life right now because you know the potential, have you decided that you are not successful in relationships? Because that could be the one thing that's keeping it away from you. Where are you misidentifying yourself? This is huge right now. Take an accurate assessment of your life in every way. And where are you deciding that because you haven't reached the pinnacle of what you know is available to you, that you're not doing it, that you're not making it, that you're not getting there, that you're not enough, that you're not whatever, fill in the blank. If you're still watching this video right now, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that you have been created an identity for yourself that is not true. Stop pretending you are that person. Chip off all those layers that aren't you and realign with the truth of who you really are. This is where we need to be right now. The successful, happy, rich, joyful self is not out there. He or she is right here, right now. So start being her in this moment. Stop relating to anything that is not the truth. Stop relating to anything that is not the original template. Okay, this feels complete. This was a lot. This was a lot for me to share. There's a lot of energy running through me as I was sharing this video today. If this resonates and you know somebody who would love this, who needs this, please share it. And as always, I would love, love, love to hear your comments as usual. And any questions you've got on this, please share. And I can always do a follow-up video. All right, beautiful soul. I will see you in the next video. Take care and talk to you soon.